Hey, everybody. So, we are going to do a travel talk today, and we're going to be talking about cruises. And if you have any questions, please add them in the comments section. I am going to bring on Teresa and Camilla, who are both agents with Awaken Travels, and we will get going here.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so let me go out of here. So first off, before we get into the cruises, have you guys heard anything interesting travel-wise this past week? Any news that you think is exciting we want to share with anybody or everybody?
I was looking for like exciting news, but it just kept coming up with, the basics that we've already heard, like the cruise line that ran from the FBI. So that was the weirdest I could find, which is still hilarious to me. But lots of openings, just Australia is the big news for us on this end. So we've been quoting that a little since people have heard, but not much more than that.
I definitely do have bigger news. I'll be talking about it. Puerto Rico has opened up 2 more cruise lines. They've renewed their contract. Yay. So Carnival
That's
Cruises
exciting.
and Royal Caribbean. Yay.
Yeah,
Yay,
nice.
that's awesome.
I think
That's a great port.
Yeah. The biggest one I heard is some of the European countries. I know Spain, I think, was the one I read, said that they're basically going to start treating COVID like the flu. And so they're going to start making their policies like that. It's something that we just have to live with, which is what I've been hopeful for, because that'll bring a lot of benefits for travel, because
Right. That's what they said. Australia's new theme is let it rip. We're done. Like, just let it get through the country, and it's the flu. So I think people are following suit now with that. Just let it rip, and it's here. We just have to navigate it ourselves. It is like the flu, it's just everywhere. I can count probably 10 people I know right now that have it. So it is everywhere.
Yeah, no, definitely. So today we're trying to have some themes until I get more questions from the audience. So this week we just decided to talk about cruising, but maybe a little bit atypical cruising. I mean, we're going to talk about some of the typical cruising too. I know Camilla's going to talk about some stuff, but I was going to talk about some newer cruise offerings, Virgin Voyages, which is an adults only cruise line, and then also the new, oh goodness, I keep forgetting what the name of it is, the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection.
Yes.
So I just actually did the training on that, and it's pretty fabulous. I'm hoping I can get on it. It sounds like something I would want to do. It's a little bit outside of my budget, but it definitely looks pretty fantastic. So I will talk about those, but I'll let one of you guys start if you want. I have a couple little videos and stuff. I'm trying to get all fancy with all this stuff and learning how to use all the different options. But if one of you guys want to start.
First.
Okay.
I'll go first. Okay, so now, like you said, I want to go on this. So I was doing the Quark Expeditions, and actually, I've never really delved into them. We've never had a client that has wanted to go into the Antarctic, and so it was really exciting to see that they were USA's top 10 travel award recipient the last few years. And they have all these expeditions you can take, and it's just a lot of fun to do. So they've been in business for over 30 years, and their newest ship is called the Ultramarine, and they have a specific helicopter program that they have on ship so that they can get you to your expeditions that you're going to see. And what is really interesting to me is that, for me, is the guest to staff ratio. The guest amount is 199 to staff of 140. So the service is going to be amazing. And so they try to they have all kinds of different food options, but they try to make sure that you're always offered something that's indigenous to the area. And one of their ones that you can go on is you actually are crossing the Arctic Circle, which is really cool. If you see everything you can go through on their ship, and it's just kind of luxurious, but also for those who want to get out and really explore that area. That's just a polar expedition that, you know, none of us really think about going on. And I honestly didn't know that they had an expedition crew that went out and did this. So it was really fun to delve in and see. They also do the Arctic, and you can do the Canadian high Arctic area, Greenland, the North Pole. But it is something that, like, the photos you're showing is, wait, I want to go now. I really want to go now. And I think it looks so cool. And it is probably out of my price range, but that is a once in a lifetime trip if that's something you've always wanted to experience, and go and see just the different demographics in the geographical areas that they take you to. It was pretty fun to get down and just really read what they do. So now anytime someone says Alaska, I think I'm going to try to steer them. Be like, have you seen this?
Yeah.
This is really cool. They have great ratings, and I was just really shocked at their staff to guest ratio, because that is amazing. Because you notice that when you're on the really big ships, you know, the staff ratio goes down quite a bit because they're, you know, contributing and making room for all the guests. But that is why they have ranked so high, is because they have such great customer service, and they take great care of their guests, and they make sure that every expedition is up to what you want to do. And they tell you down to what to pack, how to pack it to make sure that you're warm enough. And they have so much, so many resources on their website, that it was really fun to just really get in and see. I'm going to the Antarctic, Vigil. See if she can hear me. I'm going. You want to go with me? Yeah, honestly, it is. I was just telling him the ratio guests to staff is 199 guests, 140 staff. Isn't that crazy? You know, they're going to have great customer service. But look at the polar bear. I mean, how can you not want to go and see that? Okay, it's a little scary, but still.
See, careful.
Yeah, it's like don't want to pet it, but yeah, it looks amazing. And they really do take their time to make sure that if you get on their ship for their expeditions, that you really are not left in the dark on anything, what you need to bring, how to stay warm, you know, how to make sure you have your visa and your passports labeled, and what you need to do. It's great. They do a fantastic job. So I can see why they've been the top 10 for the last few years.
Yeah. Well, if I add on to that,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of the Arctic, I was reading a lot on Norway seems to be becoming a more popular destination, and for
Yes.
nature lovers, going to see the fjords, which are the tiny waterfalls in the cliff sides, and you're
Yeah.
navigating on the ship, you know, around the icebergs. Well, Norway
Yep.
has been having some more popular destinations. One of them is called Fort, Trollfjord. There's a few more, but they're starting to have more smaller cruise, probably
Yep.
around 200, 250 people within it, and they go around that area. You can go see. One of the cruises is called the Hurtigruten. It's a Norwegian
Yep.
coastal express. So I've seen that they've been having good prices, and if you're interested in looking at that, there you go, a Norwegian experience.
Yeah. It's awesome. And it's awesome that they're opening up. And Norway's a beautiful area. It is
Beautiful.
really gorgeous. People, it's just a lot of people don't think of going there. So that's a
No.
good point. That's awesome.
Okay. So I think I'll show a little bit about Virgin really quick. I'm going to put you guys on mute just for a minute, and then I'm
Okay.
going to show this little video, and then I'm going to talk about it. So don't go anywhere. Let's see.
Coming through the wilderness, somehow I made it through. like a virgin. Touch for the very first time, like a virgin. When your heart beats next to mine.
Okay. Oh, we lost one. I told her not to go anywhere, and she went. So, this is actually a cruise line. I haven't been on it yet, but I have a few agent friends who have, and I've heard nothing but good stuff so far. Now my kids are older, like my youngest is 16, so I am all about the all adults only
Yeah.
experiences. So I was super excited when I heard that they were going to have an adults only cruise. So it's all included except for they don't include alcoholic beverages, but they have like a bar tab program where you can get a pretty good one. They charge fair rates for alcohol. They're not overpriced. Like some cruise lines, if
Oh,
you don't
good.
get their drink packages, like they charge like ridiculous amounts for
Oh, yeah.
cocktails and beers. This one, so it's adults by design, 18 plus, no kids. Wi-Fi is included, which is nice. All food is included from refined dining to relaxed casual. So 20 plus eateries. So there's no extra like you have to pay for the specialty restaurants. Tips are included, so you don't have to worry about paying tips. Once you pay your cruise fare, you're taken care
Nice.
of. Group workouts are included, and they have all sorts of different types of classes. So like whether it's yoga or you want to do some of the cycling ones, I don't know the names of all of them, but they have all sorts of very trendy, like on trend exercise classes. It's not going to be like step aerobics or anything like that. It'll be what's going on right now. And then essential drinks are included. So for free, you get like sparkling water, juice, soda, tea, and coffees. And then the way their bar tab works, I think if you put $300 on your bar tab, they'll give you $50. So you get a discount too if you get that set up front, which is nice. But so far, I'm super excited about that. It looks really cool, and I am ready to get on that boat and check it out. So hopefully that'll either happen this year or next year. I'll get to actually experience it. But if you're looking for an adults only cruise option, that is definitely, I think, where to go. And prices are pretty reasonable. It's on par with like a nicer cabin, like on a Royal Caribbean or even a Carnival. Like you can get about the
Oh,
same as
that's
if.
not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit, you're definitely not going to pay like your interior cabin or maybe even ocean
Right.
view cabin, but like if you got a nice balcony cabin, you're looking pretty similar prices on the major like brands. But okay, who's next? Who wants to talk about what they want to talk about?
I can talk about what I
Well, I
want to
can
talk about.
do.
Hey,
Do you wanna go? You wanna go, Vishal,
No,
or
I will. I was just gonna do a quick few minutes on Disney. I don't have a screen to share because I'm on my phone because I guess I'm having bandwidth. I'm having technology issues today. Um, but I did just want to go through what's different about Disney cruises versus a regular other premium cruise line. Um, so Disney is considered a premium cruise line, but some of the things that Disney does different is Disney's all about magic. So
Mhm.
magic is everywhere within the park, within the cruise line. Some of the things that are different on a Disney cruise ship are there is no casinos on board. Oh, thank you. Someone's sharing, yay! There isn't casinos on board. Casinos take up a lot of space on the line. And they're, for people that want that casino experience, Disney does not offer. What they do offer is bingo because they're more into family fun, wholesome entertainment. Disney Cruise also doesn't go to a whole lot of ports and areas. They're limited because they tend to go more towards where their infrastructure will allow their ships, and they rotate their ships to fit in with that infrastructure. So they're a little bit more pricey because of that, but they offer world-class entertainment. So you're going to get, the Tangled show. And so an example of their magic is that you're going to have a lantern floating by your seat while you're watching the Tangled show, which is kind of neat. Other cruise lines don't do that. Disney Cruises just go above the premium cruise lines. They want to bring that magic to you and to your family on board the ship. They also
Right.
have the most lenient policy of bringing alcohol on board. So you can bring beer and wine on board from any of your bottles, which is great to have, unlike some of the other cruise lines. They don't have a beverage package like other cruise lines with hard liquors, but they do have a beverage package that will include bottles of wine and beer. So you can buy hard liquor on board during dinner, but it's a la carte. It's not with a package. So that's another difference in them. But because they really do cater to that more family friendly, they're more concerned about what the family's going to have more than what your partier is going to have on board when you go like on a Carnival cruise. Um, Disney also has great water slides. They're it's really thrilling, like the cliff and everything, but they also have smaller ones. They also have rock climbing, zip lines, all kinds of stuff. So Disney prides themselves on their going a notch above the other premium cruise lines. So you do really get more of that whole Disney experience, especially if you combine your Disney cruise with like a 3 or 4 night package at the park and then do like a 3 or 4 night cruise. And they do have those packages.
Yep,
So
they do.
I love Disney. I mean, I love Disney Cruise Line. They do a great job, but I love Disney cruise. Go ahead,
They,
Okay. Good to know. Never been on a Disney cruise, but I kind of want to now. So I am going to give you more or less, I want to say a news update and then go into some details. Um, what I know is Puerto Rico, so I will be talking about that. And while the longer I'm in this industry, the more knowledge I'm going to get. So I'm going to give you what I know. So, talking about Carnival Cruise Lines, they will newly be recommencing their stops here in Puerto Rico. Actually, today, February 15th, each of these crews will have one of their ships dock in Puerto Rico, which is the Carnival Mardi Gras. Anyways, this
Yay.
decision came to be after renovating their contracts of understanding. So, in this industry, I think it's called a MO or a Memorandum of Understanding with the port authorities and the Department of Health of Puerto Rico, meaning they stopped uh, docking in Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico was having a lot of requirements. You had to have a negative test, you have to show proof of vaccination, and to get onto the port, you had to take a test there. Well, now these changes will only be that you just have to present evidence of vaccination to enter the cruise, and after that, that's it. You don't need to show any evidence whatsoever. You no need to take a test. You don't need to show your proof at restaurants. You just go and walk ahead and enjoy the island. Um, what are other stops besides Puerto Rico's? Well, this cruise ship is having other stops in Nassau in the Bahamas, Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic, Georgetown in the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, and even Mexico, Cozumel. So it really depends on what ship you take. And for that, the American residents, there's a few places you can come out of here. So Baltimore, Maryland, Charleston, South Carolina, Galveston in Texas. In Florida, you have a few places, Jacksonville, Miami, Tampa. In California, you have Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco. And then you have New Orleans, Seattle, and then Mobile in Alabama. So there's just some places you can come out of. If you live there, great. You don't have to take a flight. If you do, well, then join us. It's not going to be that expensive. Carnival Cruises depends on the people, depends on what room you want, but usually around 250 to 450 per person. That's what you're seeing at. Alcohol is not included, but you can pay a little extra. It's not that expensive. And tips are included too. So
Nice.
there you go.
Awesome. And they have a fun ship for kids too.
They
Carnival, we've been
do.
on a few of them, so they love those water slides. And those the Hasbro games and everything that they do is fun for the
Yeah,
families too.
that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a fun ship. That's mostly, I think I've Yeah, mostly sailed on Carnival. I've done Princess and Carnival. I need to do, we're doing a Holland next year. So, but mostly those
Oh,
are all
okay.
Carnival brand. It's all one corporation. They own,
Right.
I forget how many different cruise lines, like Costa, I think two, and Holland. And I think there's one, is it not Seabourn? What's the other one that they own? But anyways, Carnival is really fun for families. That's what we started. Like our very first real family vacation was like a 3-day Carnival cruise outside of Long Beach with the Catalina Island, and
Aw.
yeah, it was really
Ours was
fun.
too.
Oh,
So like
really?
it was actually our honeymoon. The 3 nights out of Long Beach on Carnival was our honeymoon 20 some years ago.
Wow.
Aw.
So, okay, so I'm gonna go about as opposite as we can get to Carnival now, and talk about the
Skirt.
Ritz-Carlton yacht
Yes, I want to
collection.
hear about this.
So I'm gonna put you guys on mute again and show a little video, and then I'll put you back
Okay.
on just a second here. Yeah. Okay. So that's this little video. I'm gonna pull up my little cheat sheet here. So this is a Marriott cruise line basically, and they decided to go big. I guess go big or go home, and it's inspired by the yacht industry, obviously, but it's a little bit bigger than probably, somebody's private yacht. It's still small and intimate enough. And the cool thing is if you're a Marriott Bonvoy member, which that's actually personally what I like to travel in the United States is Marriott. I've moved towards them. I did IHG for a while, and then I did Hilton for a while, and now I'm with Marriott because they just have so many different hotel options, and they have a very good rewards program, and they have good credit cards that you can use with them and then get points and stuff like that. So I really like it. So the onboard benefits, so on board the yacht, they have multiple dining venues, premium beverages, unlimited Wi-Fi, and additional luxury amenities are part of your all-inclusive cruise fare. So drinks, everything's included. Um, and your Bonvoy member status will be recognized and rewarded throughout your voyage. So you can earn points, you can redeem points. So it's very nice for those people. But of course, they work with us. So even if you have points, you can book it through us, and we can get that all set for you. But they have, like the one thing I thought was really cool when I did the training is they have on the back of the boat, basically it turns into like a sea dock where you can like jump off of it and get on like the
Oh,
little
wow.
kayaks, and they have all sorts of things that you can do while you're on the yacht when they go into port. So, and it's small. I forget, I don't think this says, but it's not very many passengers on them, like 200 and something like that.
Hmm.
And you can get into all the small ports that like the big cruise lines can't. So it's going to be a lot of unique offerings for ports, which is really cool. I mean, there's a place for, this is kind of what I tell like people, there's a place I think for all kinds of travel, like
Right.
depending on what you're looking for and who you're traveling with. Like for me, we were talking about Carnival, like that is the best option if I'm going to do like a family trip. Like I'm going to have
Right.
family or friends and we're going to all be traveling together. Like we did a family trip on the Carnival Panorama, and it was great because there was so much for everybody to do. Everybody was able to just do their own thing, and we came together and had our dinners together, or other, people had planned, like the kids would go to the water slides. It was just a
Right.
great trip for like a group. But
Right.
when I want to go with my husband or something, a lot of times we'll just go to a nice all inclusive because we just want to relax. We have a really busy life. We want to relax and just not have to do anything. Or if I'm gonna go have like a more immersive trip, then I'm traveling completely different. So I don't think that, I mean, some people get kind of stuck in a groove and they just like to do that one thing. Like they go to that one resort, they go to that one cruise line. But I really think like you should try it all because they're your shades are having a thing back there.
To my bulldog puppy, that's how she tells me she wants out, but the door's open, so I don't know why she's doing
Like, give me attention. But anyways, the yacht collection, like if you have, I mean, obviously if you have the money, it's a great probably way to always cruise. But even for those of us who may not always be able to afford it, it would be a great way to like have a honeymoon, anniversary trip,
Right.
some type of monumental, like, it's the 50th birthday, something like that. I think it's a really amazing thing to splurge when you can and do that. Those
Right.
amazing, like go to the Arctic or the
I
Antarctic
am
or
going. My husband may not want to go, but I'm going.
Do they say
Yeah.
what stops they're making or what stops
Um,
they're
they are going to do the Caribbean and they're also going to do the Mediterranean. So,
Okay,
yeah,
that's what
they
I
have,
was wondering. I was like, I saw the
see?
Mediterranean in there, so
yeah,
yeah.
I have, let
So
me see if I have the voyage calendar. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Uh, You guys can keep talking. Vijal, you missed it when we were talking about like updates that we had learned for travel, like recently. Anything that you have heard recently? That
I saw a news break this morning that Europe is going to end um, masks and mandates. So that's exciting. It's going to open up travel
yeah,
and it's going to be more open.
See.
So that's really cool.
Yeah,
Royal
that's
Caribbean's opening up their Greek Isle cruises coming this summer again, which is great because those were shut down for quite some time. So we have some clients looking at that for June, which is nice. So I think they start in Santorini or I can't remember where Royal was docking out of, but then they end in Rome. So it's a really good cruise.
nice. So here's the voyage. Oops, I went too fast. What they have going on, their different itineraries for the next 2 years or this year and next year. So you guys can kind of see they have everything from 7 nights, I think is the shortest, and I think the longest looks like 13 nights. San
Wow.
Juan to Lisbon. Um, so they have some ones that cross the Atlantic, it looks like, back and forth. But yeah, they look like they're going to be really nice itineraries.
Yeah.
So I haven't looked at the pricing. I didn't price it. I was afraid. I don't want to crush my dreams.
Oh
So,
no.
but yeah, definitely, one of those things. Just like, oh, I just read which cruise line. So there is a cruise line that goes to the Vijal's trying to get back on, goes to like the Tahiti and Bora Bora and
Ooh.
oh my gosh, my brain. And it goes even to Fiji. And
Oh
there's
wow.
another cruise line that is going over there, one of the more luxury ones. One thing I did want to say about these there's a couple other brands that are kind of bringing in a similar cruise experience. And I think what they're trying to do, because there are some luxury cruise lines that have been around for a while, but they skew a little bit more older, I think, for the cruisers. It's
Right.
more, I don't know, like a retirement cruise, kind of like you've just are wanting to go see some things, more casual luxury experience. And these yacht
Right.
collection ones, I think, are aimed. I mean, obviously that same demographic would enjoy them, but I think they're aimed more for the younger cruiser, just because they have so much. It's more active, and they have that marina on the back of the boat that you can like basically kayak and stand up paddleboard and swim. And they actually have a kids program on board too, so you can
Wow.
bring kids on their boats, on their yachts. And but it definitely is, I think, and and the other thing they said is a lot of the people that go on these cruises are not avid cruisers. Like a lot of times it's a first time cruiser. That may be maybe somebody who stays at the Ritz-Carlton. They just want to give cruising a chance. And
A
so,
try. Yeah. Makes
but
sense.
okay, I'm going to take that off. Oh, we keep, Vishal keeps on, you're jumping in and out and in and out and in and out. So we won't be doing this next week unless you guys want to try to do it on your own. I will be in Orlando doing the conference. I'll actually be at Universal. That starts Friday is our first day, and then it goes till Wednesday. So I'll be doing that, and then I'm actually going to drive and see my brother in South Carolina. So I will be gone. But you
I'm
guys are more
headed
than
to
welcome.
Tucson.
Oh, you're heading to Tucson? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go watch my daughter perform. So, do what?
I think it'd be neat to. I think it'd be neat if you did a little like almost like an Instagram kind of video of like maybe show how your flow is, because a lot of people that do want to go to the theme parks, but they don't know what it like looks like there. What if there's everybody wearing masks and all that stuff. So it'd be kind of cool to see just like a quick 3 minute or whatever if you wanted to kind of show people.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing social media posts, and maybe even I can use this program that we're using on my phone. So I might do a live while I'm there. I just don't know what time, like because I'm not sure of the schedule for the conference. So I can't like say like I'm gonna be on at 2 p.m. at this time, whatever. But yeah, I'll definitely do some updates, and it'll be my first time to Orlando. I've driven by Orlando, but I've never been. So I'm excited to see it. And
Universal.
Yeah, and Universal. I've been to the one in LA, but I've never been to the Florida one. So everybody's like, "You're not going to Disney World?" I'm like, "No, not this time."
I asked her that too. I'm like, "You're not going to Disney World?"
Yeah, not this time. Maybe next time. But anyways, that is all I have. You guys have anything else you want to leave on? Anything?
No, I learned a lot today, so that's awesome.
Have fun in Florida.
Oh,
yes,
thank you.
have fun and be safe.
Yeah, and then for anybody who's watching, just reach out to us no matter where you want to go. We can definitely help you. As you see, this isn't even all of us, and we all have expertise in different areas of the world, different types of travel. So we'd love to help you out with any travel plans that you're trying to take in 2022, because travel is back, and it's time. Book those trips now. Beat the inflation. Beat the inflation. Get the especially cruises. All the cruise lines are still doing sales, so it's a great time to jump on it. But okay.
Definitely.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day, ladies, and it was great seeing you.
Bye.
Bye.